This Diddy case has officially gotten intense, dropping all politeness and throwing unexpected punches. What began as just Cassie's scary experience has exploded into something way bigger than anyone thought.
Forget the usual celebrity gossip. This is now in federal court with secret recordings being played. Leaked audio is painting a shocking picture, and old videos are pulling big Hollywood names into the mess.
The internet is on fire, and people everywhere are talking about it. You can bet everyone involved is now thinking hard about their past choices. So, what exactly happened? For weeks, the court heard Cassie's side about the abuse, the wild incidents, and how controlling Diddy was.
But suddenly, everything changed. Court insiders and leaked info say the spotlight is now on the audio recordings. And these aren't just normal recordings. They're said to be raw and very detailed, with Diddy, Will Smith, and Meek Mill mentioned. This isn't a rumor that disappears the next day. It's supposedly being played in court. The video from the hotel lobby started it all a few days ago.
That clip had no sound, just images, and people thought that was all there was. But now, sources claim audio was played in private, and it shocked everyone in the room. Phones were banned, no recordings were allowed, and the room was totally silent. Someone there said the clip was clearly graphic, male on male, and made everyone freeze from shock.
And if that wasn't enough, the story got even more intense. Right after the audio was played, a list of new witnesses came out. These weren't just random people looking for fame. They were former artists, ex-employees, people who were close to Diddy, partied with him, traveled with him.
Disclaimer: the content on this channel may contain gossip-based information, rumors, or exaggerated portrayals of reality. Please exercise your own discretion while watching, and remember that not all information presented may be factual or verified. People who say they saw things and stayed quiet for years but are now ready to speak with legal protection. One of them is Dawn Richards. You might know her from the group Danity Kane, which Diddy created. She recently testified, and photos showed her leaving the court looking shaken and drained, surrounded by paparazzi. Sources say her testimony backed up what Cassie said. She admitted Diddy did really bad things. Dawn said that after Diddy hit Cassie, the next day he came into the room and threatened them. Yes, according to her, she and another group member were in the house in LA back in 2009. Diddy allegedly beat Cassie because she didn't finish cooking his food on time. The next day, he walked in and told them something like, "Don't talk about what you saw." He allegedly said that was just passion. And when people talk about things like this, they disappear.
This isn't just gossip. This was reportedly in the court records. Then we saw Diddy's daughter. If you needed proof of how serious things are, it was seeing her walk out of court. She didn't look proud or confident. She looked blank, pale, and completely quiet. Even the paparazzi didn't try to yell questions. She didn't even glance up. Sources say this reaction came right after the audio was played, which makes the situation even more chilling. This goes beyond Diddy getting in legal trouble. His whole reputation, family name, and past are now hanging by a thread. And it's not just about him. Some of the biggest stars in the business are being pulled in. Will Smith's name wasn't just randomly mentioned. It's reportedly linked to the actual audio. And of course, the internet exploded as soon as his name came up. Once Will was connected to the Diddy case, everyone online started digging. Old videos, strange interviews, podcast clips, people began rewatching everything.
One interview went viral again, where comedian Lunae casually said Will and Diddy were involved. She said it so calmly that people didn't take it seriously back then. But this time, it spread like wildfire. The internet ran with it, creating memes and guessing what really happened. Then things got darker. Fans began going back to old videos of Will and his son Jaden. The kisses, the playful moments that once looked like a loving father-son bond now seemed odd to some. People online said it didn't feel right anymore. The tone changed from funny to really uncomfortable. Then came the big moment. Will Smith's ex-assistant, brother Bilal, made his own claims. He said he saw Will doing things with another man, and he described it in detail. And that wasn't even the most shocking part. Bilal claimed he walked in on Will and Dwayne Martin in a sexual situation. He said he was looking for Will on set and found him in Dwayne's dressing room.
According to him, he opened the door and saw Dwayne and Will having sex. Will was bent over a couch and Dwayne was standing behind him. These are Bilal's exact words. After Bilal made that shocking claim about Dwayne Martin, the internet basically turned into a full-on investigation team. People didn't wait for news channels to confirm anything. They started digging on their own. Fans searched through old videos, photos, and interviews showing Diddy and Will at events. Hugging, laughing, and looking very close, the images started to build a different story, one that clashed with the clean image Will always tried to show. Then, Will tried to shut things down by denying it strongly. He said, "I'm not anywhere near that guy. I didn't do any of that crazy stuff." But his denial seemed to make things worse. Right after he said that, Twitter and Reddit exploded with proof, photos and videos of him and Diddy hanging out.
At parties, award shows, clubs, even casual hangouts, there were plenty of receipts. Now, people weren't just guessing, they felt like they'd been lied to. And that's when Meek Mill got dragged even deeper into this mess. His name reportedly came up in court when those supposed freak-off recordings were played. Once that happened, things got wild. Unlike Will, who gave a calm denial, Meek completely lost it online. His Twitter was filled with defensive posts, one after another. Honestly, the more he tweeted, the more people felt like something wasn't right. Meek has been connected to Diddy for a long time. Fans used to joke about their relationship, calling Meek things like Diddy's assistant or puppet, sometimes even worse. Back then, people thought it was just internet jokes. But now, those old jokes are being looked at like real clues, part of a bigger picture. And yes, the internet found stuff on Meek too.
One video that blew up showed Meek at a party with billionaire Michael Rubin. He looked awkward and kind of like he didn't belong. People noticed he seemed uncomfortable, trying to laugh things off. But the vibe was weird. In the background, someone was laughing and maybe even teasing him. Then there's that famous clip of Diddy throwing Meek a birthday party. At first, it looks like a regular party, but then you notice a lot of shirtless men by the pool. And Diddy calls Meek daddy on camera, saying things like, "I'm proud of you, I love you, life is good, daddy." The internet didn't ignore that. Every time Meek posted something trying to act tough, fans brought that clip back up. Daddy turned into an instant meme that Meek couldn't escape. Then Meek went on a rant, saying, "I'm not fruity, stop playing with me." But all he got in return were old screenshots, tweets, and videos showing him close to Diddy.
What's really keeping people interested, though, is the mystery around the actual audio. So far, not a single piece of it has come out. No phone recordings, no quiet leaks, not even a blurry photo from court. Just stories from people who were there. And that silence makes everything feel even more serious. Everyone's hearing how wild and graphic the audio is. But no one outside the courtroom has actually heard it. One insider claimed the audio shows a man being assaulted while Diddy laughs in the background. That's the level of disturbing stuff people say is on the tape. There was even a short-lived rumor online, quickly proven false, saying someone had a video of Meek and Diddy in a sexual act. Whether that was real or just someone chasing attention, it shows how hungry people are for details. And the fact that the government hasn't shared anything is making people even more suspicious. Because normally, in US trials, evidence isn't hidden, unless there's a very serious reason.
Reporters have started asking hard questions. If this audio is so important, why can't the public hear it? In a legal system that says it believes in being open, this silence feels strange, like it's on purpose. Some people say maybe they're protecting the people involved. That might sound fair. But others believe the audio is too explosive and it names too many powerful people. They think someone is working behind the scenes to keep it secret. If the tapes ever come out, it might not just hurt reputations. It could destroy careers, break business deals, and pull in more famous names. And that's the scariest part. If Diddy, Will, and Meek are just the beginning, who else could be caught in this mess? As crazy as all the celebrity names and rumors sound, the most unsettling part of this whole story is the silence. We live in a time where almost nothing stays hidden. Leaks happen all the time. iCloud hacks, court documents, even secret recordings.
Usually, it all ends up online somehow. But this time, not even a tiny piece of those so-called Diddy tapes has come out. No video, no audio, not even a blurry screenshot. That silence says a lot. And it's got people asking one big question. Who is keeping this hidden? That question has opened up even more theories. Because let's be real, this stopped being just about Diddy and Cassie a long time ago. Now, it feels like a deeper system is being exposed. Something that might have been going on behind the scenes for years without anyone stopping it. And the only reason it's coming out now is because the feds are finally putting real pressure on the situation. Also, some of the people involved finally feel safe enough to speak up. We're watching someone who's been famous for decades completely fall apart in public. Diddy wasn't just a big name in music. He was part of hip-hop, fashion, TV, and pop culture.
He built an image of being untouchable, a bad boy for life. He hosted huge parties, started political campaigns, and hung out with billionaires. But now, all of that is falling apart in front of everyone. And what's really chilling is how many people are now saying, we should have seen the signs. Looking back, the warning signs were there. His tight control over his artists, the weird interviews where he paused awkwardly, almost like he was hiding something. Many artists who left bad boy records ended up struggling or disappearing. Mace, Veloz, Day 26, the list goes on. Aubrey O'Day has been trying to warn people for years. Now it seems like the court is finally listening, even if most people didn't before. Dawn Richards' testimony also added more weight to the claims. She helped prove Diddy wasn't just difficult, he was allegedly dangerous. Her support for Cassie's story, told in front of the court, could be a serious blow to Diddy.
And it's not just Diddy feeling the effects. Will Smith's image, which was already shaky after the Oscars slap, is now even more damaged. People who stood by him during that scandal are now starting to doubt him. Because if the rumors about the audio are true, and if his voice is on those tapes, this isn't just bad press. It could end his career. As for Meek Mill, the internet has pretty much judged him already, even though he hasn't been charged with anything. Panicked and defensive tweets only made people more suspicious. That's the harsh truth of the internet age. Once your name is tied to something this serious, people don't wait for court decisions. Your reputation can be destroyed long before anything is proven. And still, we hear nothing official. No one has explained why the tapes haven't been released. There hasn't even been a confirmation that they exist beyond the court rumors.
This just makes more people believe the tapes are too dangerous to share. Maybe the people on them are too powerful. Maybe they're connected to something even bigger behind the scenes. Or maybe even the government is trying to avoid a huge public fallout. So now we're stuck in a strange and uncomfortable waiting game. The court case moves forward. The internet keeps digging, looking for any clue, and the people supposedly involved keep acting like everything's normal. But that won't last. This story won't just disappear. The internet doesn't forget, and it doesn't stop searching. And when people think the truth is being hidden, they only try harder to uncover it. If those tapes ever come out, it could shake Hollywood to its core. Not just because of what Diddy allegedly did, but because of who else might have been there. The curtain is slowly being pulled back, and what's behind it might be worse than anyone ever imagined. We'll be watching closely to see what happens now.